by Tom Mather, the chairman of the Crufts committee. So now
appreciation again. One more time for Mr.
It's a lonely place in the middle of the ring, but he'll feel better once the dogs start coming in.
So let's meet some of our vulnerable breeds, starting with the Dandy.
And here is the first. It's the Dandy Dinmont Terrier. They're a wonderful breed. I can't understand why they're on this list. They're so endearing and that wonderful expression.
This is a female called Nala.
And now we have the Glen of
Our next entrant is the Glen of Amal Terrier. This is Ronnie, a male, and they call him Ronnie the Rocket at home.
Coming to Serena, we have the Lakeland Terrier.
And they're one of the terriers coming in, the Glen of Amal. And here's another terrier, the Lakeland Terrier, Cerdan Revere. He's a best in show in all breeds and a champion from last year.
Next we have our Manchester Terrier we're seeing there in front of us. This, a female called Tara, and a veteran, so still really showing strong at an older age.
And yet another terrier, the Sealyham Terrier, native breed of Wales, so perhaps our Welsh judge Graham will like that.
And now we've gone on to the Skye. This is Milo, a dog. Interestingly, he's a dropped ear version of the Skye Terrier.
And another terrier, the soft-coated Wheaton Terrier, native of Ireland, one of the Irish native breeds with that soft, silky coat.
Moving on to the hound group, this is Carlos, a male bloodhound who also competes in working trials.
And here's a Harrier, again, only recently recognised with the Kennel Club registers.
Followed in, a real cheer here for our Irish Wolfhound. Now, the Irish Wolfhound won this competition last year.
And this one was third in the hound group yesterday, so it's on top form. Here's the Otter Hound, another of the scenting breeds like the Bloodhound. You know, they've got a mind of their own when they take a scent, yes.
The slightly smaller competitor, this our English Toy Terrier coming from the toy group that we will see later today. This is Barney, was a top puppy and now winning at the highest level.
And here is the gun dog, the English setter. This one an Orange Belton, very smart breed, lovely natures.
Now 3 of our 4 setters are in this group, unfortunately. This, the Gordon setter, the Scottish variety.
And it's the biggest and heaviest of the setters. And another one, the Irish Red and White setter.
This one been in the final for vulnerable breeds for 3 years running. Followed in by our curly-coated retriever.
The largest of the retriever breeds. Oh, and here's the Clumber, the heaviest of the spaniels.
This one from a big winning kennel. Followed in by our Field Spaniel, more of a workmanlike breed.
But a wonderful breed, with a wonderful carriage to them, one of the ancient land spaniels. And another one, a Water Spaniel, coming in with great style, and they do have that, and this fantastic clownish temperament. They love life, as we see there.
And that's followed in by the Sussex Spaniel. This is Rodders, who likes to entertain his owners with yoga stretches and putting his head in the water bowl.
And a very nice one too, yes. And here is the Welsh Springer Spaniel, a big winner in the breed. I think she's top Welsh Springer for last year.
And this is the Mastiff here heading into the ring. This is Xavier.
Again, a big challenge to have dogs of this size and substance. You need a big house and a big car, yes? And here, the Bearded Collie. Lovely carriage.
And then the Smooth Collie coming in. This is Ernie.
And here's another wonderful breed, the Lancashire Heeler. Again, I can't understand why they're not more popular. They're so handy in the house, so intelligent and long-lived.
And that's Benson, who likes rat catching. And finally, we have our Welsh Corgi Cardigan. This is Libby, a female, the last one in this group. So Frank, we really have all varieties, shapes, sizes, groups here. How do you tackle this?
Well, again, the judge will be measuring them against their breed standard. Which one is closest to perfection for its breed? So this is where you need a wide range of knowledge over all of the groups. So our Judge Graham Hill, walking down the line, taking in the first view of the outline and balance of the dogs. There's the Harrier, originally a pack hound, so they sometimes difficult to domesticate.
And we know that the Irish Wolfhound has won here already, and that Otterhound is beautiful.
Yeah, they're wonderful, but with a mind of their own. And there's the wonderful English Toy Terrier, sort of Manchester Terrier in miniature.
And then we move on to our gun dogs. So we have our 3 setters there. The Irish setter, my breed, that's the only one of the setters not, sadly, on the vulnerable breeds list. Just having a little sit down.
There's a very relaxed English setter, Orange Belton, which means it's white with these orange flecking in the coat.
And then we have quite a lot of the spaniels in here.
Oh, the rarer spaniels are in here, and again the heavier Clumber Spaniel, the Field Spaniel, and again the looking down the line at the Irish Water Spaniel. Here's Graham coming to the end of his first look.
So we won't see these dogs go onto the table. Instead, we're going to see a short list of 8 dogs come forward, and we'll take a closer look at those.
So, his selection included.
So who's going to come in? Oh,
And that's the Lakeland Terrier coming forward.
the Sealyham, a Welshman coming in, and he's a very nice dog.
The Irish Wolfhound.
Now, I'm not surprised about this one. That Irish Wolfhound,
Yes.
3rd in the group.
A wonderful dog. Again, you need a big house and a big car. And here is the Clumber Spaniel. He's a Best in Show winner, all breeds.
Another Spaniel following in. That is the Welsh Springer Spaniel.
Again, top one in her breed.
The only working representative here, the Mastiff.
And here, the Mastiff, heavy, substantial, the old poachers, the gamekeeper's dog to ward off poachers.
From the pastoral group, we bring in the Bearded Collie.
The Cardigan Welsh Corgi.
And here is another Welsh breed, the Cardigan Welsh Corgi. They're the longer, slightly bigger than the Pembroke, and with the legs have a little bit of crook in the front and bigger ears.
And a big well done to all of our other finalists. They won through at championship shows to represent their breeds and to try to draw attention. If something has caught your eye that you've seen there, do take a look on the Kennel Club website.
And for those coming to the Crufts show, they could go around the Discover Dogs and see them and meet them and see how they are with their characters.
There we have our shortlist, and next our judge will be selecting his top dog in vulnerable breeds for Crufts 2025. 26 vulnerable British and Irish breeds were represented here today. Our judge has whittled them down to this shortlist of 8.
And here's the very stylish Lakeland Terrier from the famous Saredon Kennel in Cannock in Staffordshire.
And his owners say he comes to life when he's at a show.
And originating in the Lake District, many of the valleys had different types of Lakeland, and the breeders came together to unify them. Here, from Haverfordwest and Sealyham Manor, it's the Sealyham Terrier. Rectangular, well-boned, and with a long punishing head. They used to work with otterhounds sometimes and go to ground.
This is Oliver. He's a male, and his owners describe him as a total clown. Now a total change of pace as the Irish Wolfhound, Tozy, steps forward here.
Yes.
Now this family have had Wolfhounds for over 50 years.
The Caradigs, again, big challenge. They're big dogs, but you need them to be sound. You've got substance with athleticism. And a weatherproof coat, fit for working, fit for purpose.
And remember, an Irish Wolfhound did win the competition last year.
And here is the Clumber Spaniel, Vanitonia soloist, had a great career. He's a Best in Show winner, all breeds. This is one of the heaviest of the Spaniels, relatively long in the body and low to ground, but really using his hocks there. They have to be not only substantial, but also fit and sound.
And next finalist is the Welsh Springer Spaniel. Now, we actually had a husband and wife in this competition, and Tom, the husband, has got to the shortlist, so I don't know who's going to be driving home. But this is Tilly, a female. She's a show champion. Apparently, she's very vocal and never misses a meal, like me.
And she's a lovely, lovely quality specimen of the breed. Lovely, rich chestnut colour, slightly smaller than the English Springers. Now here's the most substantial of them. It's the Mastiff. These were used by gamekeepers to ward off poachers. The original colour that they liked most was the brindle, which was a camouflage colour. They could come out of the undergrowth and give the poachers a nasty shock. Here we have a fawn, and we see more of the fawns. Again, they're challenging to get substance like this and soundness on the move.
Now, here's a breed which I never understand why it's not more popular. This is Chrissy, our female breeded collie. Now, her show name is Villanelle, and she's named after the TV programme Killing Eve because she gets away with murder.
Huh. And, you know, one of the things, there's a lot of grooming to a bearded collie, and, you know, sometimes you see them clipped down from the trimming shops.
And the last in our shortlist.
Again, the Cardigan Corgi, a champion, had a lot of success. Again, they're longer, they have this fox-like tail, large ears, and a wedge-shaped head.
And what's the difference with the Pembroke variety?
Okay, the Pembrokes are a little bit smaller. They've got straighter front legs, more moderately sized ears. So this one is a little bit longer and more substantial. This one, a brindle and white.
Now, we will have 4 places in our Vulnerable Breeds competition, and our judge just taking a final look.
Now, it's an impressive lineup. A lot of them have done a lot of winning in tough competition amongst all breeds. So here he's got a very select group.
And a brilliant showcase for these rare breeds that you may not have seen before, especially sort of walking in the park.
And that's part of the reason why they are vulnerable. Nobody knows that they exist.
We have 4 places. So, the winner.
He's ready. It had to be the Irish Wolfhound, the winner again for the breed of the Vulnerable Breeds competition here at Crufts.
And what a show he's having. 3rd in the group yesterday after Best of Breed, and now winning this competition. That's
Second place goes to
Tozy, the Irish Wolfhound, is winner this year of this competition.
And second goes to that Clumber Spaniel, a real top winner, Frank, you were saying.
Absolutely. So, and still a relatively young dog. He'll become more mature in a couple of years. It'll take a long time to mature. Here comes the Cardigan Corgi, and it's a very nice one. There we see trotting out with style.
We have one more space, and it is going to be the Bull Mastiff.
Oh, right. The Mastiff, yes, very important. The substantial Mastiff used to ward off poachers. So from Cyprus Kennel, I've had lots of successes, lots of champions in the breed.
And it's fair to say, looking at that lineup, we do have 2 breeds there that are an investment in time, in space, in food. They need to be a considered breed.
Look, we have a hound, a gun dog, a pastoral breed, and a working dog. So there's a nice, rich selection of the breeds. And what a wonderful picture of Tozy, he's called, the Irish Wolfhound. Roger Tebbett and his wife Debbie have been breeding them for years.
And Roger and Debbie say they love to see their hounds running free in the fields, in nearby beaches, and it reminds them of their original function, although luckily there are no wolves nearby. And Tozy's still relatively young.
He is.